Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here with us this morning. Got a big show lined up, but first, as always, let's take a look at our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning with Drew Pollard and his hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. Hope you all have that memorized by now. High today, 80s even, and low 63s. That's been interesting to see the lower getting a little bit lower, a little bit cooler in the mornings, and what a great feel. The water temperature in the pier is right at 83.5, so it's a good sign there. It's going to be down to 83 probably the next couple of days. But that hurricane is sort of bringing some of that warm water, so it might hold off on that. It'll be interesting to watch something like that. River Region brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Take a look at the Apalachicola at Bluntstown. It's leveling off while it's still high. It's right at 14 foot and not dropping very fast. The Choctaw Caraville has leveled off completely at right at 4.9, right at 5 foot. And it looks like it's going to be in good shape for the weekend. It's really gotten up high, and then it's sort of settled back down. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Today's October the 9th. Great tides, really strong tides. We're looking at a high tide this morning at 122 and a low tide right after lunch at 131. The wind, understandably so, will be coming northeast, from the storm, and mainly hitting 10 to 20 here. So. It's really a good time to be outdoors in this part of the state. So if you get a chance to get outdoors and do some things, it's a good time to do it. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, well, welcome back. First of all, we want to send our condolences to Roy Ray and Ray family. Roy lost his younger brother, John Ray, and the services are today at Heritage Funeral Home, and he'll be interned in family plot in West Bay. The Ray family, pioneers of the West Bay area. So our condolences to the Ray family. We have some pictures and all. We talked about yesterday about mosquitoes getting bad, and I've just noticed them myself recently. And Billy Grantham posted this, and it's so true. If you don't own one, you better buy a thermocell before hunting season. Mosquitoes are heavy, and they really. We've had a lot of water lately. Parenting done right. The mobile with the fishing lures. Now that could be done. Now, that's a cute idea. Okay, I've got some fishing lures if you need some. I mentioned this the other day. This is actually tomorrow from 12:30 to 4:30. They bring you shovels and all. They're going to plant 750 grasses and plants and shrubs and trees to rebuild the natural habitat of Salinas Park. That's right there as you turn on Cape Road. That's called Salinas Park. So if you get a chance to do that, that'd be a fun thing to do. Brad Tillman and John Carl. This is John Carl. This is Carl Andrews and Daryl's son-in-law. Son-in-law is Brad, and that's his grandson. But what's cute, they're getting ready to food plot. The plots are all planted. Got it all set up here. That's a fun thing to do. I believe that's Carl there. And what I got a kick out of, John Carl, I think he might be a 10th grader at Mosley now, but Saturday he fished in the bass tournament, and then Sunday afternoon he's doing a food plot. So he's getting a good upbringing as far as outdoors. Good job, Brad Tillman. All right, move on. This is from the Missouri deer hunter. Give a man some venison, and he will eat for a day. Teach a man to deer hunt, he will eat for life. But it's a true story. You give them free meat, they don't want to get in line, but learn how to hunt. Some folks don't want to do it. That was good. This is a mailbox. I ran across this, and the remarks and comments were funny because people said it only lasts like 2 nights before somebody shot it at night. But that's actually a mailbox. I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I guess you was way out in the country and way away from people. But it opens up there right at the chest, and you got the little flag and all. But for an outdoorsman, that's a cool little mailbox there. I picked this up from Okaloosa County. They're going to spend $850,000 for the purchase of 229 acres for public access. Now, don't we all need to do that? All of our county commissioners watching it. We need to get our money and buy as much land as we can for the public. And this is really, it's close to this area right here. It's this public, we've got a creek right there for trails and just all kind of cool stuff. So right next to Eglin Air Force Base, so it's not going to be developed. And congratulations, I'm proud of Oak Ridge County Commissioners for doing something like that. Very good. I ran across this, my old timers. The original McDonald's, when it first started, they were the first ones to start fast foods, really. The hamburger was 15 cents, and you see all of them on there. But what was funny, the milkshake, the chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, and that was the most expensive thing at McDonald's was a milkshake at 20 cents. And I can't believe it sold milk for 10 cents. That's neat. Can you imagine that? Of course, I haven't made a payment on the tractor. You said it would pay for itself. And honest and true, the tractors do that. Okay, so I don't know about you, I have a little tractor, and I just absolutely love my tractor. It can do so many things. You just saw Brad with his food plots. You can pull, do all kinds of things, and especially during a storm, you're able to move debris and things like that. I'm not a huge tractor person as far as having really big tractors. Those little small, medium-sized tractors, it took me my whole lifetime. I only got it about 3 or 4 years ago, and I absolutely love my tractor. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I have one or two more pictures. You know, people often say, myself say the same thing. A lot of times you take a picture of a sunrise or sunset, and the picture doesn't do it justice. Well, I have one here that was sent to me. Check this one out. This is absolutely spectacular from Terry and Sandy Sidney. Good morning, Winston. I went fishing yesterday morning in the East Bay and caught several trout and only 2 slot fish and 1 mangrove snapper. But the best part of the day was the sunrise. Have a great day, Terry. And look at that, isn't there some great colors and all? We talk about this often, and thank you, Terry, for sharing that with us. And a good little fishing trip. Catch a couple of fish and see that sunrise like that. You just don't get them better than that. So thank you for sharing. Also, a lot of folks have the feeders out now. I want to check out this picture here. This is, I get tickled at wildlife, how smart they get with the feeders. The raccoon is just, you know, he saw it come out yesterday, but it's not coming out today, so he's going up there to fix it. So we got some really cute pictures. Y'all continue to send the pictures of the feeders and different things with animals and all. It's always fun. Okay, now we've got a video coming up, and often I'm just so amazed with outdoors my whole life and just the different benefits of it. And one of the things I don't talk about enough is you just run into some of the nicest people doing outdoor things. There's some real cool people, and people that some become lifelong friends. For example, in my case, Tony Bass, and y'all know how Tony and I are real close now, and we only met probably 10 or 12 years ago maybe. And we met in an outdoor event at a boat ramp, and we just started talking. I admired his boat. His boat was coming into St. Joe Park, and Gail and I were just going down there to watch the boats come in. And it was an older boat, but it was immaculate. And I was just fascinated with the quality of the boat. I just said, hey, and I said, nice boat. And we just started talking while he was waiting to go out. And long story short, you see, we're really good friends. And by the way, Tony Bass and his family still do not have power up in Valdosta. It's been a struggle for them up there. They still do not have power. So anyway, getting back to the video, just running people all kinds of different places. The wild game cookouts, I met people, all kinds of different people. I see a lot of people I know, but then you have the cookouts, and you just get to know other people. So I always love outdoor people and what they do. So this video, Gail and I go down to the beach and go pompano fishing. It's 2 of us in the truck, drive down there, nobody there. And these 2 ladies, 2 sisters, come walking by, and we just strike up a conversation. And this is I call this a cool video. And just Jeff, I think you're going to enjoy it. It's about 8 minutes, so let's run it. I got it loaded up now. We're getting that ready to go down to the beach. We're down at the Cape, and we want to go look for some pompano. We hope the run is still going strong. I got all the stuff in here, so we're going to really look. I should have left about 10 minutes ago, but we're going to get on down there. So come on. headed south. We're right on the Cape. We're on the peninsula, headed towards the Cape. But what I love about these early mornings is we have it by ourselves. I'll just ride for another hour or so just to ride on the beach. I normally go north, but this morning we're going to head south. I got it all set up. I know you know by now the setup I do. I was thinking we're getting here a little bit late, but also a full moon, so we got all things going against us. But listen, I was thinking, I looked down the beach that way, I didn't see a soul. There's two people way down about a half mile that way, and I'm at about the point in time in my life where if I don't catch anything, that's fine. If I catch something, that's wonderful. But being fine, being wonderful, that's still good. So anyway, we got set up. Beautiful morning on the beach. It's probably maybe about 68 degrees. Perfect morning. We're just going to sit here and chill. All right, folks. You know, we're talking about coming down Cape San Blas all the time, how much we love it, what a special place it is. And we're talking about not just the fishing, but the stories and all. And one of my favorite things down here is when people walk by, I just start talking to them. And it's always something interesting. And these two sisters came just bebopping down the beach a while ago. I'm not catching any fish, so we started the conversation, and I forced them to come on TV. But this is a neat story. The ladies are from Atlanta, so I'm going to let you tell us your name and where you're from, and then we're going to talk about the story.
I'm Lisa Reese, and I'm from Aiken, South Carolina.
I'm Donna Gilman from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, so we started talking about fishing. So what do y'all really know much about fishing? And they said, my dad, and that's all she had to say. So tell us, which one want to go first about when y'all were little girls and all, and your dad?
That was your story? My earliest memory is when he took the two of us out on a little john boat, some pond somewhere in South Georgia or Swainsboro area, and he got so excited because every time we would throw a pole out, which he baited for us, it would hit and then we'd reel it back in. And as soon as I got mine rehooked, she'd caught one. He never got a chance to fish. But he had the most fun because between us, we must have caught 30 or 40 little brim or, I don't know what's catfish, but yeah, brim mostly. And I understood that feeling years later, when I met my parents, and I took my two children up to Helen, Georgia, and they had a little trout stream nearby that they little farm, and I let my two kids do the trout fishing, and as soon as that pole hit the water, they caught a fish, and I watched with the same pride and enjoyment that he had as my children were screaming and hooting and carrying on because they would catch trout this big. So it's neat.
So fish is has been a big part of your family and all for a long time. Donna, what was your feelings of it and reflections?
We look back and it's with fondness. My father taught us the joys of life, I think. It's just being out in the water. It didn't matter how far the body of water was. If there was one within close proximity, we'd go fishing, whether we were on vacation or at the homestead in South Georgia. But I remember Father's Day. Every Father's Day, we'd say, Dad, what do you want to do? What do you think I want to do? So we'd get the gear up. He had all the gear, and we'd go out to his closest little pond about a half hour away and spend the day fishing. And as I was saying earlier, we probably couldn't change a line out, but we know how to bait, we know how to throw the line in, and my dad took care of everything else. It was just something, a fond memory, and for looking back, my daughter had the same joy. That's her strongest memory of my father's, him taking her fishing, and it's got heart. It really
Well,
does.
you were telling me your dad passed away about 6 years ago, then y'all got together.
So he died the day after Easter, and that was, I guess, April. And then that June, for Father's Day, all of the children, grandchildren maybe, and mother, we all went to his favorite fishing pond at that time.
Just to honor him.
To fish in his memory. And I caught the only one.
Of course you did.
So on his gravestone, it has loving father and a husband and avid fisherman.
That was his joy. That was his life.
Wow, and what a legacy you left with his family.
It's great memories he gave us.
Yeah.
Great memories.
See, folks, that's why we talk about real people in life and doing outdoor things and all. And this is, I just met these ladies 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, and I just wanted to share this with you, share their story and all. And that's why we're talking about enjoying the great outdoors and with your family and friends and all. So thank y'all so much.
I take after him so much in that I can't stay inside. I don't care what it is. I just have to be outside. And as long as I'm outside, I can do it.
Fishing or whatever. Thank you.
Okay.
It was a pleasure.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks for everything. They came out, opened the bell, so you know how to do it. That's right. She knows how to do it.
I just want to feel it
Okay.
in the ocean.
Go back up. Go back up.
Hey!
What a cast! Oh, you're a ringer. You've been fishing a lot. See, I should have known it. That was a great cast. Yeah, here we go. That's right. I'll do it one time for you. Right there. Open the bell.
How long has it been, Lisa?
I just wanted to make, it's his rod. I don't want to tear it up.
I've got plenty of room. Don't worry about it. She nailed it. Wow. So all you do is just let it sit there. And
Well, he always taught us.
well, the pompano
He always taught us when we threw it, click it.
gets it slack out.
Yeah, it's like out.
I can picture your dad right now.
He was about this tall. I mean, about an inch or two taller than us.
Yeah.
Slim.
Yeah.
His at work on my little cork board, I have a picture of him. One of the last ones we took. He had his fishing hat on like that. He's sitting in the side of the truck kind of like this. He's looking at us, and he was heading out to go fishing. And that's the picture I keep on my work at board.
That was him.
Yeah, just heading out to go fishing.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We've enjoyed the time.
Our pleasure talking to you. Well, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. That's just two delightful ladies, and what fun, just struck up a conversation with them. Again, I really enjoyed meeting them and talking to them. Okay, let's move on with our fishing games forecast brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Our time today, 4:31 to 6:31 right now, and tonight, 4:59 to 6:59. I still love reading magazines and newspapers and all. Don't have any newspapers left to read, but we have one local, and we're going to talk about that later. But this magazine right here called Tide is put up by CCA, the Coastal Conservation Association. It's all the Gulf Coast states like Texas and Louisiana, and it goes up there to Georgia and the Carolinas. And I enjoy this. Always you can find out something really, really good at it. The cover right here, that's actually a speckled trout, believe it or not. See those teeth down there? That's a speckled trout, but good photography and good information. I ran across an article I want to share with you because it talks about people like us. They interviewed 3 captains from the Texas coastline that do a lot of fishing and a great background in outdoors. And the question was, if you could only pick 3 fishing lures, what would you pick? So these guys, I read the article, and I'm not going to, of course, read the whole thing to you, but I'm going to highlight, let's see, here's right here. I'm sorry, it's a Python. Let me see, I've got 2 or 3 articles. Here it is right here. And the article is, if you could only pick 3. And So they talked about, and I'm going to talk about the first captain. This is Captain Brian Holden, full-time fishing guide. He goes on, here's his top three, right here in the middle. A Texas custom lure called a Gray Ghost. Look at number 2. A mirror lure soft dine. I love that lure. And excuse me. And the third one is a 6-inch bubblegum lure. Okay, so that's his. And then his second captain, let me see. He picked how about a Heddon Super Spook in bone color. Don't we talk about that a lot? What's number 2? Mirrodine, the greenback. And that tells you something now. Both captains picking up Mirrodine. Number 3, or down south burn. I don't know about that one. Some of these things are local. And then the third captain, again, let's see. What did he pick? A Super Spook in the Okie shad pattern. And then what's number 2? The Mirror Lure Mirrodine in chrome. And I love that one too because it looks just like baitfish. And then number 3, the Kelly Wiggler, and I don't know, they're close to out there. That's a lot of Texas and Louisiana fishing right there. But I just thought that's very interesting. Coming out of this magazine here, interviewing 3 veteran guys on the coast. And ask yourself. I started thinking last night. I started putting my list together. I can't narrow it down to 3. My tackle box has too many. But that Mirrodine is good, and there's so many. So maybe one day next week when we get some time, I'll pick out my top 3, but I'm going to stretch it out maybe my top 5 or 10 or whatever, because it's being able to adapt to the situation. A lot of times the weather causes that. So anyway, we have tomorrow's guest now, Dr. Dustin Mays, coming in from Port St. Joe. A great presentation. You're going to be amazed at the information this man shares with us on our base systems, and you really want to tune in and watch tomorrow's show. All right, I've got to wrap it up for today. I always appreciate your viewership. Y'all do something good for someone else today. Have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.